Hey everybody, Gino here from Jake and Gino, and in this video I'm going to be talking about why multifamily. There's 4 reasons why we love multifamily, and also we're going to talk about the consumer sentiment about what's going on during this pandemic. Let me start out with the first reason why we love multifamily. Cash flow. We love to say, if it don't cash flow, let the grass grow. We're buying multifamily as that future stream of revenue. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for cash flow every single month. The last couple of years, there hasn't been that much cash flow. We haven't been buying that many deals the last couple of years because these numbers have been scratching out. We want that future stream of revenue. So we've been saying to our students and to our community, if it don't cash flow, let the grass grow. You want that actual cash flow growing and that capital appreciation. If you're working just on cap appreciation, you're really not investing. You're speculating. So focus on the cash flow. The next one. If you can't read that, I'll say it to you. Capital appreciation. You can force that capital appreciation on multifamily. How do you do that? That net operating income, which is your gross income, take away your operating expenses, equals your net operating income. If you can increase that income or decrease your expenses, your net operating income is going to be increasing. You can actually elevate the value of your multifamily by doing that. So we love the capital appreciation aspect of it. Number 3. Tax benefits. Just Google cost segregation, macro accelerated cost recovery system. It's a great way when you invest in multifamily to get those tax benefits. Depreciation is awesome. Cost segregation takes it to the next level. Now the next one. Something we call cycle resiliency. Multifamily is resilient to the cycle. Now what does that mean? In a downturn, we still need to live somewhere. It's a basic human need. Food, clothing, and apartments. Now, there's a couple other sectors, I think, in real estate that are really cycle resilient. Other ones I can think of, mobile home parks. They're cycle resilient. When the economy goes down and things start going into a recession, people still need a place to live. Mobile home parks, manufactured housing is a great space because people need a place to live. It's an affordable place for people to live. And I think the other space is self-storage. I think self-storage is another good place to be when the cycle turns down. But I think multifamily is awesome. You can't buy it on the internet yet. People need a place to live. And when you go into a recession, what happens? People can't buy homes. They can't qualify for homes. So all of a sudden, they become renters. So this number 4 is really amazing. It's awesome. And it's what's going on right now. So cash flow, capital appreciation, tax benefits, and cycle resiliency. Now take a look at these 3 numbers I have over here. O, U, and P. Now that O stands for optimism. This is from the McKinsey report. 36% of the people surveyed are optimistic about the economy going forward. They think we're going to bounce out of this and we're going to come out of the recession. Don't know how long. I don't think it's going to be V-shaped. I think it's going to take a little bit longer. U, they're unsure. Half the country is unsure. There's a lot of fear going on. They just don't know what's going to happen. We're about reopening in some states. Some states aren't reopening. P is pessimism, 16%. Now, if you break these down, I'm assuming these 36% of the people are going to be in those states where they're reopening. Now, when you're thinking about multifamily, this is very, very important. I want you to think about the market that you're in. And I want you to think about also the sectors that are going to be completely affected by this pandemic. Think about those sectors. Let's break them down for a second. Movies, tourism. I think people going, weddings. You're talking about restaurants, fine dining. Those are going to be really affected. What else is going to be really affected? Sports, arenas, large gatherings. And then next thing I want you to do is think about what markets really cater to that. California is going to be shut down for the rest of the year as far as those sporting events, as far as the tourism, as far as the hotels. So look at all those industries. You have cruises, you have airlines, you have hotels, you have those big events. All those are going to be really affected. So what markets cater to that? You have Las Vegas. I mean, even Orlando. These markets may take a little bit longer to come back. Those jobs may take a little bit longer to come back. And what is multifamily all about? It's all about jobs, jobs, jobs. So when you're out there and you're deciding to select a market, especially when you're first investing, look at those markets that are more resilient, that have more employers, different types of employers. I think manufacturing is going to come online right now. I think those restaurants, those fast food restaurants, whether they're Panera's or Starbucks, they're going to come back online. But if you're looking at fine dining and they're going to be 25 to 50% occupied in the next 6 to 12 months, those places are going to take a long time to come back. So be careful what the employers are in that market. It's truly important. So let's recap this real quick. These 4 are so important in multifamily. When I see people out there investing and they're trying to speculate whether they're buying a single family home, I'm going to buy it for $10,000, this home, let's say for instance, and I'm not really cash flowing, just barely breaking even, and I want to sell it at $20,000 a year later. To me, that's not investing, that's speculating. You want to have some type of cash flow coming in. You want the capital appreciation there, you have the tax benefits, and you have the cycle resiliency. Now, what's the next step to get into multifamily? Just go to our website, jakeandgino.com. We've got blogs, we've got 4 weekly podcast shows, we got tons of information on how you can take your next step to get into multifamily.